Hi everyone,
And thank you for joining us in this year's South Dakota Crunch Off
as we compete to be crowned the Mountain Plains Crunch Off champions.
by biting into the most local fruits and vegetables per capita.
Not only are we biting into local as a competition,
but we are also learning about nutrition and supporting our local producers.
Did you know about half of our meals and snacks each day should be made up of fruits and vegetables?
That's right. We should be eating at least 2 to 4 cups of vegetables and 1 to 3 cups of fruit each day for a healthy diet.
There are lots of fun, tasty, nutritious, and crunchy fruits and vegetables in our state.
Like carrots
and peas.
So come along with us as we show you some of our local South Dakota producers.
Yeah, hi, it's Michael Goebbels with Good Life Farms here in Kent, South Dakota, and we've been growing garden produce here for about 4 years now. And one of the crops that we grow for our members is carrots. So we harvest most of our carrots a couple weeks ago, but we still have a few left here that we pulled out today. And yeah, these are planted in the last week in April, and we're ready for harvest about a couple weeks ago, but we still have a couple left here, like I said. And these are one of the many products that we put in our members' boxes that we harvest throughout the year. We harvest for about 12 weeks throughout the summer, and there's over about 20 different vegetables altogether, and carrots is one of them.
Hi, I'm Nancy Kirstein with the Good Earth Farm, located 4 miles south of Lenox, South Dakota. We are a sustainable vegetable farm and pumpkin patch. We also have honeybees, and we do events. We are here today to talk about green beans. This is a green bean seed. You can see that there. These little guys go in the ground. We plant them probably 3 or 4 different times throughout the year, depending on how much harvest we want. And they germinate really quickly, which is nice for farmers like me because I don't like to weed too much. And then in about, I don't know, 6 weeks, we'll say, we get a green bean. The neat thing about green beans is that you are always eating the seed. There is a seed inside here that you can keep and grow your own bean if you want.
Hi, I'm Kirsten Oudman, and I own Blue Sky Vegetable Company along with my husband Dirk. We've been farming here for 1 year, but we've been farming elsewhere for a couple more years. And our favorite part about farming is growing food for people. We love hearing people who eat our vegetables say, "Oh, that was the best tomato I've ever eaten. That was the best pepper I've ever eaten." So all of our vegetables start from seeds. We start them in what we call flats. So we just sprinkle the seeds on top of some soil and keep the soil nice and wet, keep it warm, and then the seeds will grow, and they'll grow into the plants that we then plant out in the field behind us. So all of these plants started from itty bitty seeds, and now they have peppers on them. And every week we go through, we pick the peppers, and then we bring them to our customers. Hopefully they and their families will get to enjoy them.
Hi, I'm Cindy Nelson with the Garden Gate out of Mission Hill, South Dakota. I grow vegetables here. I also grow herbs. Those are probably my biggest sellers. And I also grow small fruits, a lot of native fruits. And we dabble with other fruits as well, mainly for our own use. But I do sell to the Yankton and Vermilion farmers markets and through Dakota Fresh Food Hub, which is based out of Sioux Falls. And so we sell a lot of vegetables and locally grown products to restaurants and institutions in 100 miles from Sioux Falls radius. So, which is kind of cool. It gets the local food out to local people. So today I'm talking about cucumbers. I have a couple different kinds. This is kind of like a burpless type, the smooth skinned. They usually have less seeds in them. Little better for people that don't, that can't handle cucumbers so much. And then I also have like, this is kind of a smaller one. It's actually a bigger pickling, but it can also be like a regular slicing type. The skins are a little bit thicker on them. A lot of people will peel these unless you're going to make pickles with them. So, and I have a little one here. I don't know if you can see, but these are called a Mexican sour gherkin. These are so much fun with the kids. They are a small cucumber. They look like a little mini watermelon, and to me they have a little bit of like a citrus overtone to them. So they taste a little different than a regular cucumber, but they're kind of cute and they're a neat little snackable cucumber. So
my name is Greg Jones, and I'm with Country Apple Orchard in Harrisburg, South Dakota. And we're part of a 30-year-old apple orchard here in Harrisburg. And we grow lots of different varieties of apples. And kind of the process for growing apples, it is very labor intensive, and there's lots of steps that a lot of people don't know probably. But we start early in the spring when the snow's still on the ground and the trees are dormant, with a lot of pruning of the apple trees so they have good healthy growth in the summertime. Next step is, which is super important to our apple orchard, is having a really good honeybee pollination in the spring. We bring in a semi truck of honeybees and we scatter them throughout the orchard to aid in our pollination. And our good fruit crop is dependent on the honeybee pollination. There throughout the summer, we have lots of maintenance and spraying of the apples for insects, also fungicides, and all different kinds of diseases that the apples can get throughout the summer. And finally, in late summer, end of August, early September, we get to start picking and harvesting some of our apples, and that's kind of where we're at now. So we're down in our Paula Red section of our orchard, which is some of our first apples to ripen, along with our Cortlands. And we're pretty much a you-pick orchard, so people come to our farm and we take them down on wagons and they pick their own apples. And then we also make lots of apple pies and apple products, and then bring our extra apples in to be juiced by a juicer as well.